Good morning. It's another long sea day. As you can see, we are heading back up the East Coast. We have to go past Christchurch and heading to Picton. Picton is number 7, right up there. We've got some pretty good swell out there, and you really have to be careful to stay on your feet. We're rocking and rolling. Hooray, we have a port tomorrow and we're docked.
Sure. The shuttle actually is booked until even 6:30 or 6:45, just in case somebody come across during when we are kind of sailing along the coast to do. And
he's talking about Picton.
When it comes to Picton, here the opposite, they look super cute. And the saddles we were talking about.
Good morning and an almost welcome to Picton. Today is Thursday, January 5th. We had a really rough sail all the way up the east coast of New Zealand. We spend the day here in Picton, and then tomorrow is Wellington. I think they said almost only 50 miles across the bay. Picton is known as the gateway to the islands and inlets of the Marlborough Sounds. We have one of the many ferries coming into port, the Inter-Islander. The ferry is backing into this port right here, which is where we are. We're docked today. But I don't remember if I said it yet. It's a working harbor, so you cannot walk to town, even though it's very close. Good morning and welcome to Travels with Sheila in Picton, New Zealand. It is very rainy out, but it doesn't make any difference to us. We have our waterproof sign, and they gave us a lift. How beautiful. What a nice beginning to Picton. We have shuttle buses running from the dock to town. It's basically, it would have been like a 5-minute walk. It's really very close, but the shuttle bus has to go all the way around the long road to get to town. Bus driver said just follow the blue line to the town center. The New Zealand Centennial, 1840 to 1940. All the cafes along the waterfront, which makes sense. Oxley's Hotel, originally known as the Bank Hotel, was established in 1870. It was the first building in Picton to have electricity supplied by the hotel's own power plant, centered around an 18-inch water-driven turbine. Everybody has an Irish bar. Let's see, today is Thursday. Happy hour, 4 to 6. That is a pretty nice-looking hotel. It's got to be beautiful on a sunny day. High Street is basically it. I really like that. I wonder how it would look in my bathroom, one of my bathrooms. Ooh, $5 chips, fried chicken. On our first trip to New Zealand, the dollar was so strong against the New Zealand dollar that we were eating lamb chops for lunch that cost almost nothing. They have toilets all over Picton, free to use. They tell you if they're vacant or not. Well, we came out to walk at the right time because the rain stopped. The Marlborough area is where the great majority of New Zealand wines come from. Roll in and pick out. They make clothes out of those possums that they try to kill off here because I think on board the ship they said that the possums eat like 20,000 tons of forage every day.
They do the slipper, the insoles for
You
the
put
shoes.
the insoles in, that's
the counter and you can have
for possum.
the vegetation, so they try to exterminate
Oh,
them,
I understand.
but it won't be happening because there's so many of them breeding.
Sure.
So you can go.
It's a big process. They have to trap them first and kill them and pluck them and weave, because they're small, fine fibers. Lots of possum goodies. And once again, these are all New Zealand dollars. Not Australian dollars, not US dollars. Naturally, lots of ATMs and a pharmacy. New Zealand is set up with wonderful, wonderful tracks or treks. They call them tracks for walkers, hikers, usually with huts along the way to stay in at night. The reason Milford is so great, the Milford track, is because they have not only the huts that you stay in, but there are toilets, and they cook breakfast and dinner, and then you take a packed lunch with you to eat on the day's trek. There is the breeze way back there. That is a perfect example. You must have a pass for most of them these days, particularly to stay at the shelters. And usually just so many people are allowed to take the trek every day during their summer season. New Zealand could really be considered the wildlife capital of the world. You can see all the people coming off that transport.
5, 6 bins, plus like...
It is 72 kilometers, and most people take 2 to 3 days. I don't have the ability for it anymore. You can bike it, walk it, kayak parts of it. Here are some of the bike rides, the different areas, all the marked trails that you can do. I do not know what these birds are. Just sitting along the beach, or lying on the beach. I need a twitcher, a birdie person, to tell me what kind of bird that is. Okay, come on. I have no idea if the train line still runs. In the old days, I would have jumped on doing the Queen Charlotte track. This is where we are in Picton, and a boat takes you to the start of the track, and there are lots of different hotels and camps along the way. You do not have to actually camp out in a tent, or you can if you want. If you pre-book with Cougar Line, for example, they will drag your pack from these places, from place to place to place to place, so you don't have to carry a heavy pack during the day. And this gives you an idea about the distances and the times. And that is the end of the track.